What's going on, everyone? Games for Days here, back again with another video. And if you are trying to go into the DLC The Ring City fresh without spoilers, click away now. So check it out, this is the build you're going to be seeing in the background. 151 for a level, 40 vigor, 24 attunement, endurance is at 40, 22 vitality, strength 15, 12 dex, 40 and 40 for intelligence and faith, luck's at 7 with 5 attunement slots, floating orbs, black serpent, black flame, and chaos bed vestiges for our spells. Let's go over the gear. We have Onyx Blade plus 5. Alright, we're going to be hitting at 527. We have the Pyromancer's Parting Flame plus 10. We're just going to use that. Go over the Fashion Souls. We have Elva's Helm, Fallen Knight Armor, Gauntlet of Thorns, and Drake Blood Leggings. I think it looks badass. Sage Ring plus 2, Great Swamp Ring, Witch's Ring, and the Deep Ring. Alright guys, so let's talk about it. To hype or not to hype this bitch. Alright, so the Ring City, as you all know, comes out in 12 days. Alright, so the developers held a live stream showcasing early PvE, 2 new PvP arenas, and an early boss gameplay as well. So let's talk about some things developers said, guys. Alright, so one thing they said was they listened to the feedback for Ashes of Ariandel, and they kind of took it to heart, and they talked about the length, and the content will be robust, he said, you know, nice and dense. So he also defined this DLC, they were talking about it at one point. Oh, big swing and a miss! He actually defined the DLC, he called it a game. Now, this is good to me. Actually, when he said it, I actually got a little hyped at that point. I was like, oh shit, this motherfucker just calls DLC a game, shit! So, it's like this for me, like, to refer to the DLC as a game, this is good. You know, if the devs are looking at it, at this DLC, like as a standalone game, looking good for us, you know what I mean? They're not looking at it like, oh, just some fucking bullshit, and I've never really heard of a developer referred to a DLC as an actual game, quote-unquote, like that, so, good shit. Oh, and good game for you, sir. You fell victim! Good game. Very nice. Alright, so they also commented that they know this is, you know, the last piece of Dark Souls media that's possibly going to be made for the foreseeable future. And they wanted to do something special and send it off with a bang. So, that itself, also looking good for the hype train. All aboard that hype train. So, I feel really good about this. My thoughts on this are... obviously we all know developers lie about shit, even when it comes to graphics, you know, showcasing things at E3, like, it's, you know, downgraded graphics, shit like that. So yeah, you can't trust everything developers say, obviously, that, you know, they want you to fucking buy this DLC, you pick it up and fall in love with it. But I really feel as though, there was an interview with Miyazaki, or one of the developers, I forget who it was, but they said, like, it was kind of the plan all along, to have Ashes of Ariandel, good game, dude, be shorter, and then the last piece be really fucking significant and huge. We have the power! So, I mean, that would make sense to me. So, you know, looking at the whole picture, it's not so bad. If, you know, what was in Ashes of Ariandel was good. It was a short, and I know a lot of people agree with this. I think the content was great. It was just a really fucking, you know, small area and really small DLC. But if the developers looked at it like, you know, both of these DLCs equal one big giant package to the picture, and we get the Ring City and it's fucking, you know, 10 times as long as Ariandel, then we're all going to be happy as shit, and then people might understand at that point, like, okay, that makes sense. They wanted to put, you know, heavy work into the second piece to send off the game, you know, with the righteousness that it deserves. And, you know, have the first one just be a little taste of something extra. So I agree with that, and it's cool with me. Alright, so what we're going to talk about next are weapons, alright? So we have new weapons were showcased. Alright, what was it? Maybe like 3 or 4 of them. So the first one we're going to talk about is a shield that has a capability to almost breathe fire. Now, the fire animation is quick, too. It comes out real fast. It's nothing like the Follower's Torch, where, you know, the stance happens, and then you got to wave it around and blow the fire. Oh, shit, good game. He tried to get us with the Oni Slayer. I'm not a demon, motherfucker. Fail. So yeah, you know, you guys know the Follower's Torch, you know, it takes a minute for the fire breathing animation to come out. The shield, man, that they showcased is in the shape of a lion's head. It just fucking, it's like instant. It's like, it's no waiting. Looks pretty badass. Also, there is a long sword that was showcased as well. Now, this thing has a weapon art that makes it A, ignite on fire, and B, it becomes like twice, maybe even 3 times as long as the sword's original length. And then you also get a fucking sick, like a moveset combo. Think of like almost Soul of Cinders combo when he fucks you up with those 6 slashes and boom, boom, boom. Like, basically, if you get caught with one of them, you're gonna get caught with all of them. The developers called it 4 guaranteed hits in a combo. So basically, they're trying to say, oh, we got it with that plunging. Oh shit, sorry guys. What they're trying to say is, you know, if you catch someone with any of those hits, they're gonna receive the following hits, pretty much automatic. And if you think about it, most of the time when you're fighting Cinder, if he does catch you with any part of that combo, you're getting fucked with the rest of it. Even if you don't want it, there's nothing you can do. So, I can't wait to use that weapon. As you can see, I'm going in as a Pyromancer, so if it's, you know, if it's a good fit for me, we're gonna fucking ditch the Onyx Blade and use that shit. It even looks longer than the Onyx Blade, dude. It looks even longer than the Washing Pole. Fucking Jesus Christ, what are they thinking? Next, we're going to talk about a dagger that transforms into a longsword / rapier. Now, the dagger itself, very small. It does decent damage, and I don't know if you guys saw the trailer. Good game. It's the thing that he kind of swings around in his hand. It looks like it's like a lightsaber, but it's not. That's what that turned out to be. So not too bad. I'm looking forward to using that too. Also, now this last new weapon they showcase is very fucking... It's a throwback to Dark Souls 2 if you guys ever played it, and they are actual doors. So, yep, we got fucking doors. You got one on each arm, and you can put them together to create an impenetrable shield, basically. That basically, if you use the weapon art and plant that shit down, they can't get through, but obviously you can get backstabbed. Also, you're capable of bashing people with the fucking doors. Even, you know, you can hit them with the doors when they're not together, and then when you put them together, you can actually hit them with the doors. For those of you who remember Dark Souls 2, you remember those knights in the hallway when you first come up on them and it just looks like a wall, and then you get close and they fuck you up and smash you down the hallway, and they separate the walls? Well, think about that, but just made of wood. So, nice throwback to Dark Souls 2. I hope they have a lot of things in this DLC that kind of does that, you know, throws back to the old games. But I also want new things as well. So we'll see how much they do. Alright, so also, now we're going to talk about spells. The spells that we saw, they showcased, which is very short. One of them is a lightning bow. So this is a faith spell, miracle, if you will. Sorry. It is basically a bow and arrow that is made of lightning, and you can actually pull it back, hold it, and wait to release. Now, I don't see how the fuck you're gonna hit anybody. Maybe you can hit someone when they're not, if like, you know, it's like a sucker bow fucking punch when they're not paying attention. But if you're like right here, if I was having that shit and I pulled it out and I was just aiming at this guy, it's very hard to hit somebody, you know. It's weird because it's a spell you can hold, charge, and release, you know what I mean? So your enemy's going to see it there and see it coming. Unless, we don't know, unless there's like a quick fire mode or some shit. But we don't know about that. We have to use it and figure that out. I know they use it in a live stream, but I also know they weren't able to talk about some things as well. Another thing, one more spell that they revealed was your ability, I forget what it's called. I think it's called Shoot Heal. Something like that. It's not Shoot Heal, but that's what you do. Your ability to take almost like a healing, what is it, the glowing orb. I'm having a fucking brain fight right now, guys. But you can shoot it to an ally, like if you're in a battle, 4v4. So say your friend is fighting someone over there, you can actually like Hadouken that shit over to him, and it will heal him once it hits him. So that's actually pretty badass. You know, imagine if you're about to win some match, you know, a grueling PvP match, and all of a sudden the person you're fighting gets hit with a fucking Kamehameha and heals them to full health. You're gonna be pissed. Good game, man. Alright, last things we're gonna talk about is the new PvP content. So there's 2 new levels. One's the rooftop, and think about we fight the gold winged angels in the base game. Basically recycled from that. Another one is, it's like pieces of Dragon Arch Peak almost. So kind of more recycled. Also new PvP system. You can matchmake with friends. Fucking amazing. One thing I don't like about the 2 new PvP arenas they showcase is they literally look like recycled pieces to the areas we've already been in. I don't understand why they couldn't have just made brand new fucking textures, brand new fucking place that we've never seen before to fight in, you know what I mean? It looks like they literally just took blocks of the base game and put it in. But to answer the question, guys, too hype or not hype, with everything we just talked about, I'm gonna go ahead and say hype this shit up. I am so fucking excited for the Ring City. I'm excited to make new builds. I'm excited to see it in itself. I believe it's going to be a nice, as they said, robust piece of fucking DLC. The devs are looking at it like its own, he called it a fucking game, you know what I mean? He didn't refer to it as a DLC. And that, to me, is looking fucking great. I'm going to be covering a lot on the Ring City, guys. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. If you subscribe, you're going to be, you know, hitting that with me in the future. Those of you sticking with me, this has been Games for Days. You guys enjoy your night. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.